Hey guys, this is Rhonda with Rhon'sWay, committed to a better you. It is Friday. Yay! All righty. So for all of you all who are still working a job, I know how important Friday is. You look forward to that. I am always like just excited about every day that we get up and we're still living and breathing. But that's another story. But you're here today and I am going to get started. So welcome to Friday. Let's get this ball rolling. Let's start this day 5 off. And it's called Pull Your Shit Together. Now, this is going to be a little different because if you see under Rhon'sWay, it's talking about committed to a better you. I am committed to a better you in all areas of your life, not just about the health, but about the mental, about the physical, about all areas of your life. And so that's what pulling your shit together is all about. It's Friday, and I want us to take our 3 cleansing breaths so that we can cleanse away all of the craziness that's happened for this entire week. Whatever's been going on in the news, I know it's been crazy. Whatever's happening at your job, whatever's happening in your home, let's just clear it out. And so we do this by you put your hands on your heart, and then you're going to breathe in your nose, and then you're going to breathe out your mouth. And when you breathe out your mouth, you're going to hear a sound like, got it? All right, so let's all do this together. You can close your eyes and we're going to start and we're going to breathe in our nose for number 1 for starting off. That's 1. I really want you guys to do this with me, okay? Don't just like sit here and watch me do it. All right, here we go. Let's do it again. Number 2. Because it feels so damn good. It really does. All right, so let's do it. If you didn't do it the first or the second time, try it the 3rd time and really feel your chest rising when you breathe into your nose, right? And that was 3 times. All righty, now we're ready to get started. Today, day 5, let's talk about this. So the first day we talked about drink your damn water. And I'm hoping you all did this. At the end of this session, you stay to the end. I have a surprise for you that you just send me an email and I will send you my booklet. I'll send it to you over email and it'll have all 5 days if you did not catch that. Day 1 was drink your damn water. Day 2 was stop eating crappy foods. Day 3 was move your ass. Or get off your butt, whichever one you want, whichever one makes you motivated more, okay? Day 4, yesterday was self-care is a real thing. I hope you guys go back and watch all of these because they are worth the 20 minutes time for you to get something from this. And today, we're talking about pulling it all together. This is going to be a very quick session. It's not going to go all the way into 22 minutes, but it may because I want to tell you something at the end after we finish this. So let's keep moving. All right, so pull your shit together. And that means your entire house, including your financial house, okay? So I got so many different areas that I can go in and touch on with this, but because this is like what I call an appetizer. And if you don't know who I am, for anybody new, for the last 4 days, I've shared all about me, about what my background is, what I do, all of that. You can look on my website, Rhon'sWay.com. You see it down there in the corner. And you can find out everything that you want to find out about me there, okay? So I didn't want to have to take the time to do this on the last day because I know you should have watched the other days or something and got the information, all right? So here we go. Let's start. What is your home environment looking like right now? So if you close your eyes, I want you to think to yourself, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10, my house is spotless. It is like everything is in the right place. All the clothes are washed and put away. The dishes, the kitchen is clean. Everything is good. That's a 10. A 1 is it's a hot damn mess. And you know what that looked like. And if not, I'm going to show you some pictures of what that looked like and how you need to clean it up. Because that messes with your head, man, and you know it. I always tell people, when you go on vacation, I always like to clean the house before I come back, because if you're staying in a nice hotel and you're staying and you're gone for 4 or 5 days and you come back and your house is a hot mess, you forgot to empty the garbage, it's stinking, it just kind of messes up your whole mood. You could have had a fabulous vacation. It's like, shit, I got to do all this, right? So you want to have an environment where you can walk in and you be like, you know, it feels like your house is your sanctuary. That's what I mean by that, okay? So you want to have a clean house as well as You want to have your financial situation together. Now, I know this sounds like, oh my God, she's talking about financial. She has no idea, but you got to figure it out. You got to get this cleaned up, because I can tell you for a fact, and I have been there and I dip in and out of there working as an entrepreneur on my own. But I'm telling you, when you know that you have money in the bank, and if any little situation happens with your car or whatever, you can go to your own account and get it. Or you have good enough credit that if you need to, you can go and you can tap into that. But when your credit score is jacked up, you can't buy anything. And if you do, they're going to try, give this high interest rate. This is all what I mean when I talk about pulling your shit together. Okay. So we talked about the crappy foods and all of that. We talked about exercising. We talked about all this. This is part of your whole life, guys. You want to be like well-rounded. We used to tell kids that in college. If you want to go to college, you want to be well-rounded, versed in all kinds of different things. You need to be, as an adult, you need to be well-rounded, and you're happy. And your happy consists of being healthy, because you can't be healthy you can't be happy without being healthy. You got me? Right? And so you're not happy if you are paying Paul and Sue and Susie Q and Kadisha, right? You need to get that together. All right. So figure out whatever you need to do, a side hustle, whatever you need to do, stop spending money. We'll talk a little bit about that. But right now we're talking about just cleansing your environment and pulling your house together. So how are you going to get to your happy in these two areas? I want you to map it out. You must give yourself a deadline. Let's start there. That's important. So I'm going to give you some ideas and some pictures. If you look at this picture here, it says, get your house in order. You see the before, it's a hot mess. That's what I was talking about. And then you see the after, right? And the after it's welcoming. You want to come into the house and your house is looking like this. You want to come into it and your bed is made. Every morning when you get up, you should be making your bed. So that's a whole nother talk show that needs to be had if you have not gotten into the habit of that when you were younger, because it just starts your day off right. I believe in that. And I didn't come from a military family or anything like that, but I'm telling you, it makes a difference. It clears your head. You don't get your clothes all locked and lost all up in the socks, all up under the sheets, because the bed is still thrown all around, right? So you want to make sure that you are cleaning your bedroom and having a place where when you come in, you feel like, right? So that's what I want you to think. So how do you start decluttering? Here's another example. How do you start decluttering? Let me give you that. All right. So the first thing is, if you look at the picture here, you see the closet. You see what it looked like crazy, and then you see what it looked like after you've cleaned it up. Nice, right? Let's look at your kitchen. Now, I know no one's kitchen is looking like this, I hope. But it's something about when you come into the kitchen and you turn on the little light and just like everything is like clean and in its place. It's something about that makes you feel good, right? Let's talk about the bathroom. When you look at the bathroom and you say you got stuff all thrown all around on top of the counter, which is a hot mess, and then up underneath, under the cabinet, it's still a hot mess. But what if, let me just slow it down. I forgot my water. What if it looked like that? Yeah, right. I know. That's what you're thinking. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm telling you. That's the reason why it makes you feel good. So then let's look at the bedroom. I already showed you a picture of that at the very beginning. You see what that could look like when it's cleaned up. Do whatever you need to do. Get rid of the clothes that you haven't worn and you don't know how long, and you keep saying like, I'm going to get back to that size. Give it away. And then when you get back to that size, treat yourself and go buy something cute and new and what you would really, really feel like, this makes me feel good. You ain't got to go back and recycle and go to that. You can get yourself together so that you feel good about your closets and about your bedroom. All right. And then the last thing is the linen closet. Now, I know this sounds crazy, but I'm telling you, my linen closet, it looks like this now. It is, all the towels are folded the exact same way. I seen that in a magazine that Oprah had did years ago, and I really loved it. And I was like, oh, okay, I like that. So my linen closet, all the towels are laid out, all of the face cloths, all of the stuff that's in like little containers, like all of my nails and all the things that I use for around the house. So it's clean. And that's a beautiful thing, because when it's a hot mess like this, you don't want anyone to like open it up, right? So that's what I'm talking about your home is a reflection of you. You know how, I don't know if I come from a mother who always said like, someone that come to your house for the first time and they never come back again. That's first impressions mean everything. It does. It does, because you know, even when I say that, you know, you're not judging, but if you walk into someone's house and it's a hot mess all over, you're like, how are they looking? How are they living like this? This is crazy, right? And so we, you know, it's one of those things where you want to feel good about your house, not so much concerned about what other people think, but you know, you feel good about it yourself. You with me? All right, here we go. So where do we start, Rhonda? This is your like little cheat sheet. Where do you start? Every day you start doing at least 3 things, at least of the following things, so that you're not overwhelmed. You're not trying to like tackle something that you've been like hoarding and got stuff all over, and then you're trying to tackle it all at one time. But if you just start off with like one little area, I'm going to work with this closet right here first, right? And you work that until it's clean. Okay, you get a sense of like accomplishment, like, man, okay, I got that done. Now I'm going to work in this area. So how do you start doing that? So I always say, what you need to do is you need to look at every item and you need to say, what is the reason why I'm still holding on to this? You ask yourself the following questions. When was the last time I used this? Why don't I use it more often? Does it have any sentimental value? I have a quilt that my grandmother used to make when you know we were all younger, and every time we'd have a kid or something, she would make us a quilt. And I have this quilt, and I haven't gotten rid of it since my kid. He's 37 years old now, and so I still carry that quilt because it has sentimental value. No one else can, you know, understand that, but I keep it. It's one of the heirlooms that I like to have, right? Heirlooms. I say heirlooms, yeah. You know when I talk fast. All right. Do I love it? Do I absolutely love it? If I absolutely love it, I'm going to figure out how to use it, or I'm going to do something with it. How many of these do I really need? And I'm going to give you an idea of that. Could I get another one if I needed to? And if I keep it, where should it go? You need to have a place for everything. This will help you be much more clear and much more happy when you walk into your house and things are in the right place. And what is the worst possible thing that could happen if I just threw it away? You know, can I live with that? So let me give you a better picture. All right, so here we go. Let me ask you these 3 questions. How many sheets do you need for your bed? How many sheets? If you got a queen size bed and you got like all these different sheets and they're mixed match and they're kind of like, you know, got the little, what do they call them? Like call them little balls on them, you know, because it's been washed so many times or something like that. Get rid of them. Get you 2, 3 nice pairs of sheets. That's it. That's all you need. You don't need like 7 or 8 and they're all over. So count them and get rid of them. Give them to somebody who can use them, right? How many shoes do we actually need? Now, ladies, I know where you're going with this, but I'm telling you, I don't wear half the shoes. And every summer I put on my summer shoes, and every winter I bring out my winter shoes, and I keep doing that over and over again. And every time I look at them, I said, why am I still keeping this? I haven't worn these shoes in I don't know how many years. So I made it a conscious effort to say, when I get my summer shoes back this time, I did do a cleansing before I put them away. I shouldn't have as many, and I'm going to get rid of more. Okay, so you have to make that decision. I know you're thinking like, the more I have, I don't know where that is. There's some kind of something going on in our heads that make me think we need to have that many pair of shoes. We don't. Are you out every damn day? And especially if you're like a more mature woman and you're retired, how many pair of shoes can you wear? Are you wearing them around the house by yourself? I'm trying to be funny, but I'm giving you a point, right? All right. So what I want to do, if you see this picture right here, I want you to check each of the areas and toss as you go. I want you to hold on to nothing. Now, let me explain that to you. In the kitchen, you have expired coupons. If you're still cutting coupons, they're expired. Get rid of them. Rusted utensils, gadgets that are cracked or scratched up, or plates or skillets. Get rid of them. How many skillets do you actually need? Almost all the same size. There's somebody there who could use them. All right. Pass them on. I got like 2 really nice skillets, and then I have like a flat iron skillet that I love. And so that's all I got. That's all I got. I have a small, a medium, and a large pot. That's all I got. That's all I need. I had like tons of stuff down there, and then I'm digging down up under my cabinet trying to find the right one. Okay, you get me. Grocery bags. If you have more than 10, and I know we're paying for them now here in Illinois, if you have more than 10, get rid of them. You don't have to like store them, okay? Spoiled food, that goes without saying, get rid of it. Go into your kitchen, into your refrigerator, and get rid of that. Bedroom, outdated clothes. You see that underwear that no longer fits. They're raggedy. Ladies, throw them out. Stop it. Just get rid of them. All right. Old socks or socks that you can't find a match to, and you keep thinking they're going to magically appear. If they haven't magically appeared after about a couple of washes, throw it away, get rid of it, or use it for something else. Bathroom, expired medicine. So you see all of these things that I'm talking about. Living room, travel literature, maps, although we don't use maps anymore. It doesn't do you any good by having this in your living room because it doesn't speak to you anymore. You've just been having it for whatever reason. Get rid of it. Give it to somebody else. Take it to the Salvation Army. Someone would appreciate it. Frames or something like that that doesn't enhance your living room. And other things that you see there. This is the example that I wanted to share with you to really make you start thinking, pull your shit together, ladies, and get rid of the stuff that you no longer need. So that's talking about your house, taking your number. If it was a hot mess, 1, and now if you can get it to like a 3, and then maybe the next weekend, you, the family, you all can work on something, you can get it to a 5 until you get it up to an 8 or a 9 or a 10. When you're feeling so good about your house that anybody can come over, Obama and his wife can come over and visit, and you would feel comfortable. I'll pause. I don't have my water, but I'll pause. You get me? You want to have that type of environment so you feel good about yourself with that. Also, it includes your financial house. Here we go. Financial house. You see it here. Stop spending money that you don't have to impress people that you don't even like. I did not make that up. I've read it several times and several things. I like it so much. I use it in my workshops that I do. And that's what we need to do. You know, that's that whole saying about, trying to keep up with the Joneses. The Joneses are broke and they just like looking good. A lot of them are, okay? Because people who have wealth, the Warren Buffetts and people like that, they're not out there flaunting it. He's living in the same house he's been living in. When you have to feel like you have to flaunt all your wealth and all of that, really, seriously, figure out another kind of way to get your ego stroked. I know I'm being deep here, but I want you to think about this. This is keeping you from being your healthiest and happiest. And that is where I'm on. I'm on this trajectory to help you get to happy and healthy. And I work on my shit every day. I want you to work on yours, okay? If you know me, this is how I speak, because I speak from my heart, all right? And if cursing offend you, you shouldn't watch me, because every once in a while, I like the feeling of those words and what comes out. And it shouldn't affect you that much, but that's a judgment thing on your end, not on mine. You get what you get. I am truly letting you feel my heart when I'm telling you these things. Pull your shit together and stop trying to do stuff over where you are able to do it. Yeah, and let me just share this with you. Let me check my minutes. I think we're good. Yes. So one of the things that it used to bother me when I was working in the school system. We used to work with our kids and helping them get to college and explaining to their first generational kids going to college, explaining to their parents what the procedures are, financial aid, all that kind of stuff, taking them on college trips. And it would amaze me. Parents would have to come up before we take them out of state and take them on a college tour or something. The kids, they would have to come up, and parents were like, their phones were off. It's like, oh, my mother's phone's off, blah, 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 blah. But you coming up here looking like you the flyest kid going. Now, I don't know what you're doing or whatever on the side. And usually they were pretty good kids. But, our priorities sometimes are mixed up. We want to act like we have more than what we do. Stop doing that. Stop doing it. And I don't care if your mother used to do it and your grandmother used to do it and your aunts and your cousins. Be as happy as you can with what you have and make sure that you're teaching your kids that. Generational wealth, generational health. Let's teach them a different way. Just because your parents did that or the people around did that, that don't mean you have to keep that up, all right? I'm going deep because it's your last day you get me, right? All right, unless you want more, which I'll talk about. This is a picture from my coloring book. Poor people buy things, rich people invest in themselves, all right? I'm serious about this, guys. We have to invest in ourselves. I'm amazed that people will go out and they'll buy an outfit, the shoes, the purse, the bag, get their hair done, get their nails done, and all of that, just to go out and look cute for an event. But then someone says, hey, I can help you do blah, 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 and I can show you how to do this to get yourself healthier and happier, and it's going to cost $97. They're like, I ain't paying no $97 to go to that. Our priorities sometimes are mixed up, guys. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. We need to change that mindset, because mindset is deep. And it goes back to trauma and all the other kind of stuff of our ancestors and where we came from. I know, but we're smart enough to know. And as I told you, I have a boyfriend by the name of Google, and I go with his cousin, and his name is YouTube. You can find out anything, you can learn anything by going to those sources. All right. So don't act like you don't know better, because when you know better, you do better. And now I'm giving you some information that maybe you didn't know. All right. Here we go. All right. So pull your shit together. I got 2 minutes. I will be done in 2 minutes. Here we go. This is the book that I was telling you, 5 Ways in 5 Days. I give you that chart that I showed you, and it's empty, so you can fill in and you can see where you're going. I think that that's very important. And so let me share this with you. This is where it comes, and I always have an ending thing. I done gave you 5 days of free stuff. You know I'm going to have something to give you an offer afterwards. There's no surprise here, all right? No bait or switch or nothing like that. Are you tired of trying to figure it out yourself, ladies? You know, women over 40, are you tired of trying to figure it out, right? Are you tired of dieting and only to be defeated when the weight comes back? Or of being around people that just don't get you? You know, or you're trying and, you know, birds of a feather flock together. Everybody else is eating at the buffet. I'm going to go and eat at the buffet too. No, you're on a plan. You got a game plan. They may not be on the same game plan. They don't have the same vision. Get it together. Are you tired of trying to do it on your own? All right. So if so, I want to share you this. This is a transformational friend of mine. Her name is Shalonda Hall, and she has increased her clarity, her stronger confidence, bold accomplishments. And this was her at 40, and this is her at 46. Shalonda has lost over 80 pounds, and she has kept it off. She is no longer a diabetic. And after 20 years, her blood pressure has normalized, and she's eating consciously. She's exercising as much as she can. This can be done very easily if you want it. So I have this, and keep in mind, I'm not extra special, but I just figured out a system that works for me, and I want to share it with you. This is me at 35. I was about a size 12, 56. I don't even know what size I was. And now at 62, about a size 6. But I want to share this with you. A size 24 going down to a size 18 dress size, or an 18 going to a 12, you would feel just as good. So it's all relative. Don't look at like, well, she was only a 12 and now she is 6. I'm a 22. Listen, if you came down 4 dress sizes, you be as happy as possible also. So that's what I want to share with you. Thank you guys for giving me the opportunity over the last 5 days to help you become a healthier people, to make you think. I like to think of myself as a thinking coach. That's basically it. I love you guys. I want you to be as healthy and happy as you possibly can. Love, love.